Okay, I think that we are live now. So, welcome to Crossing China's Red Line, the weekly live stream where we talk about everything that the CCP doesn't want us to talk about, that they want to censor with their wonderful censorship. Anyway, guys, we have got a really interesting episode for you today. First, we're going to talk about Chinese espionage in the UK and why all of a sudden there's just so many cases surfacing. So, first of all, we've got this one. This is one of the most recent cases that's been making the headlines. This is the Christopher Cash and Christopher Berry case, which has just been all over the news lately. So, who are these guys? So we have Christopher Cash. There's two Christophers, by the way. Maybe that's a name synonymous with spying for the CCP. I don't know. So anyway, Christopher Cash was a parliamentary researcher, and he had direct access to MPs and their policy discussions. He's been a parliamentary researcher and director of this group called the China Research Group. Sounds really interesting, right? And he's this group is a think tank focusing on UK and China relations. Super interesting stuff. We also have Christopher Berry, and he's a teacher and an academic, and he's spent a lot of time teaching in China since 2015. So both of these guys have been accused of gathering sensitive information that could have benefited the CCP and harmed Britain's national security. They were charged under this act called the Official Secrets Act, and most of what has been reported has been very vague with regards to what they exactly did, but they've been accused of spying, and apparently this wrongdoing took place between 2021 and 2023. Now, apparently, what happened is they shared documents or information that could be seen as useful to the CCP. And the CCP being a nefarious government, you don't really want these kind of national secrets falling into their hands. They were charged. So this charge under the Official Secrets Act requires not just having or sharing information, but in many cases, doing so with knowledge or reasonable belief that it would be prejudicial, useful to a foreign power. Whether prosecutors had or believed that they had proof or intent of knowledge, it's not fully known. So we don't really know who the Chinese agent was that they shared this important information with. So that's still like just unknown to us at the moment. But here's the big problem. This is the crazy news that I've been reading recently. Prosecutors actually dropped all charges on these guys. So the Crown Prosecution Service, the CPS, not to be confused with the CCP, they said that the evidence didn't meet the threshold to go to trial, which has left me and obviously a lot of people in the UK baffled. Why? Because intelligence agencies had already warned about Chinese infiltration of parliament and links to the Chinese Communist Party. So when a case like this just completely collapses in on itself, it seriously makes the British government look weak. And that is what is happening. That is the state of things right now. It's pretty much telling the CCP, oh, no problem, guys. You can just come in and completely penetrate our democratic institutions. And if you get caught doing that, well, it's fine because we'll do absolutely sod all about it. Even if we do take you to court, well, the court will just rule in your favor anyway. So come on in, guys. The UK is up for grabs. It's a free lunch, all you can eat buffet. We'll give you all of the documents that you need, all of the information that you need to infiltrate us. Absolutely no problems. So it seriously does just embolden future interference. And it also risks shaking the public faith in our ability to defend our democracy and institutions from foreign interference. It really is insane. Okay, so at this crazy time where we have hostile powers like the CCP and Russia who are seriously testing the UK and other country, it makes the government of the United Kingdom look weak. And let's make no mistake about it, the CCP does consider us an enemy, and we need to do a lot more to protect ourselves from them. And I'm not suggesting that, we kick out every member, not every member, every person from China. I would never think about doing anything as extreme as that. But we do need to be careful about who sees sensitive documents. Surely that should just be a given, right? And God, and if any individual has ties to the Chinese Communist Party, then hey, it's probably a good idea not to give them access to these sensitive documents. I mean, do I really need to be saying this? It's insane. It's insane. So anyway, this one has been making the headlines a lot lately, and I just wanted to discuss it very quickly. And I just wanted to move on to another case that we might remember from a couple of years back now. Do you remember Christine Lee? She was this British Chinese lawyer who built ties with political and business figures all across the UK. But in January 2022, MI5 issued a rare public interference alert against her. They accused her of knowingly engaging in political interference on behalf of the Chinese Communist Party's United Front Work Department. So the allegations were facilitating donations from foreign nationals in China and Hong Kong to British politicians. Her son even worked for Labour MP Barry Gardiner, whose office received roughly, and this is insane, £500,000 in donations from Christine Lee over several years. I wonder what that was for. And of course, Christine Lee denies any wrongdoing. Here she is here, by the way. This is her beautiful face. She denies any wrongdoing, and she said she was simply trying to represent the British Chinese community and increase engagement in politics. Here she is with David Cameron, one of our former prime ministers of all the people. And I'm not sure who she is there on that left pic, who she's with there on that left picture. So there she is with Xi Jinping. And again, there she is in the crowd with Xi Jinping and all of the other Communist Party members. Really quite shocking, to tell you the truth. What is going on with this? Why is this I'm not appearing on the stream? There I am. For some reason it keeps disappearing. It's very strange. Anyway, so after fighting back legally, Christine Lee brought her case to the Investigatory Powers Tribunal, claiming MI5 had breached her human rights. And I find that rather amusing. Somebody who loves the CCP, advocates for the CCP, is seen here with all of the CCP end-of-level bosses, right? Complaining about human rights? Give me a break. China has absolutely zero human rights. Okay, so in December 2024, the tribunal ruled against her, and it found MI5's alert was lawful, proportionate and necessary given the threat. The alert damaged her reputation and career, but the judges concluded that protecting democracy far outweighed those harms. So importantly, Lee was never actually criminally charged. Can you believe that? She got away with it. But apparently this wasn't about proving espionage beyond a reasonable doubt. It was about whether MI5 had grounds to sound the alarm, and the tribunal said they did. But she wasn't charged with anything. That just blows my mind. So anyway, this Cash and Berry, Christopher Cash and Christopher Berry, getting back to that case, their allegations of espionage failed in court because prosecutors didn't think they could win. And a known spy for the CCP, Christine Lee, also had no criminal charges against her. This is ridiculous and shows that the UK government is just open for big old fat Xi Jinping and his commie friends to just come on in. It's ripe for the picking. Why are we always so complacent and forgiving of the CCP? Because I can tell you one thing. If the shoe was on the other foot, they would not take this. They would not allow this to happen on their soil. So why are we allowing them? It's very hard to explain, isn't it? But espionage, you know, it's not always about those secret agents in their trench coats. And these cases prove that. It's about influence, donations, recruitment, and access. We're giving them access. The CCP always plays this long game, embedding networks that can shape policy and perception from the inside, and their propaganda is working. When these cases collapse like these two Christophers and this Christine Lee, when people aren't charged with the crime that they committed, it sends the wrong signal. And I'm not saying that these two Christophers are completely guilty. If it's gone to court and they've made that decision, then that's fine. But I think maybe there might be something wrong with our courts. There might be a problem inside the courts themselves. Okay? The UK, I feel like the UK just can't protect itself from espionage because there's just so many cases coming through. And that's why we need to stay vigilant, because defending our democracy isn't just about elections. It's about making sure that those elections and the institutions behind them aren't quietly undermined by foreign powers. And unfortunately, that is what's happening. And that's why we need to tread carefully around this. And we also need to be firm in the way in which we handle espionage from China. It's crazy, and I hope things can change. And the CCP, let me be clear, they would love to get all of this important information from the UK. And this is one of the scary things about the CCP is they make a pledge, an oath of what they want to do. This is their ethos. This is their general rule in life. To be a CCP member, you have to defend the CCP no matter the cost. Here is them taking their Pledge of Allegiance, and listen to some of the wording.
自愿加入中国共产党。
我自愿加入中国共产党。
拥护党的纲领。
拥护党的纲领。
遵守党的章程。
遵守党的章程。
履行党员义务。
履行党员义务。
执行党的决定。
执行党的决定。
严守党的纪律。
严守党的纪律。
保守党的秘密。
保守党的秘密。
对党忠诚。
对党忠诚。
积极工作。
积极工作。
为共产主义奋斗终生。
为共产主义奋斗终生。
随时准备为党和人民牺牲一切。
随时准备为党和人民牺牲一切。
永不叛党，
永不叛党。
宣誓人立德起名。
So with this in mind, from what you just saw there, would you allow these people into your country's parliament, into the deeper echelons of your government? I don't think so, right? Look at that last line. Be ready at all times to sacrifice my all for the party and the people, and never betray the party. Okay, and these aren't just empty words that they're saying. This is a pledge of allegiance, and they have to follow this if they want to be loyal to the party and stay in the party. Okay, this is not just some empty words that they're reading and they have to say. This is some serious shit right here, and we're letting them come into our country and take some of our secrets away. We see it all the time. It is crazy, you know. It is crazy. Imagine what would happen if we went to China and we had a pledge of allegiance like this, that we must be loyal to the British government and only do what the British government tells us to. Do you think they would let us close to their government officials? It's crazy. It really is insane. And this is just the tip of the iceberg. And these are only the cases that we found out about with espionage from the CCP in the UK. So I'm going to be keeping an eye on this. Let's keep an eye on it and see where it goes. But it is not looking good at the moment. Anyway, let's move on from this serious stuff. Because we have a Krusty sighting. Now, for those of you guys who have no idea who Krusty is, and I'm pretty sure that most of the 8 people watching, wow, we've got a huge audience today. The eight of you watching, I'm pretty sure that you know who Krusty is. But just in case you don't, here is a little recap.
Off, Nate, shut up!
No, mate, no. This is my city, I was born here. Remember that?
That's great, but it doesn't give you a right to shout in people's faces
Speech, mate.
and tell people what to do.
Give me a right to freedom of speech, boss.
Yeah, but not to harass people. Yeah, but not to harass people.
Several months later.
Why should I listen carefully when you don't listen
Because
carefully?
you are in my
Why
space.
should I listen carefully?
You are harassing
you
me,
don't listen
and I want you to
carefully.
move
You
over
don't
there.
ever listen carefully. You don't listen carefully.
If there's any solicitors
You
watching,
never listen at all.
would you class this as harassment? Because I do not want to engage with him, and he's in my face.
And we have
Hey, why are
Krusty
you a
here.
racist?
Why are you wearing a balaclava,
Why are
Krusty?
you a racist?
Why are you Krusty?
Why are you a racist?
And how am I a racist, Mr. Krusty?
Because you hate China.
You look at these cowards wearing a balaclava. I just want to say, it's people like this guy that make this world a bad place. Look at him wearing his balaclava. He's too afraid to show his face.
I'm not afraid of anything.
Krusty, communist, this is the guy.
Okay, so this guy, Krusty, as he is known, is a professional agitator. He shows up at numerous protests, and he usually deliberately tries to provoke people and annoy people. I think his main aim is to piss people off, basically. He's been to one of the mega embassy protests. You saw him there wearing a balaclava with his China flag draped over him. I'm not really sure exactly what Krusty believes in, but he's been to various protests. He even went to a vegan gathering, and he started eating raw meat in front of them just to piss them off. He's trying to get a response. And I think some of the time he actually invites it, and he wants people to get aggressive with him. He's always filming, although I don't know, I'm not aware of him having any social media at all. So I wonder what his intention for filming all of this is. Anyway, that is Krusty. and we have had a Krusty sighting. Some random streamer, somebody sent me this link a couple of days ago, and I was like, they told me Krusty's in there somewhere, and I'm like, really? I didn't believe it. And then all of a sudden, just out of nowhere, Krusty appears. So let's watch it. It's really quite funny.
Find everyone.
I found you.
You see Krusty?
Can't get away from us.
How you doing, man? You go all the way down to the bridge and then back up.
I was talking to an Albanian man.
With the flag.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, he was off his nut, man.
No, he's passionate.
Very passionate's a word for it. Very passionate. He loves Albania.
He does. You okay, bro?
Yeah, he's walking up, he's got fucking Albanian.
No, I told him he's exposing people in the news, and he called them out, and they deleted the video. He exposed them.
What's your name again?
Sherwin. Sir.
Sherwin, what was it?
Sherwin.
Sherwin, yeah.
Yes, sir. Have I met you before?
No, he
I've
wasn't.
met you before.
I have.
Yeah.
I recognize you.
Where are you from again?
Me, London. Earth. I am. I was born in London, Royal Free Hospital.
Where are you from before that?
I was born in London.
I know where he lives.
Jesus Christ.
Why do you fear the light? Light is your God.
Fear the light.
I just love your Pepe, man.
Thank you. Oh, this guy's known as Krusty from the piano player videos.
So he says, somebody in his chat wrote, this is Krusty from the piano players videos. And Krusty's whole demeanor completely changes. Look at him. He's like, oh, shit.
Is that true?
Sorry?
Someone says they may know you. This guy is Krusty from the piano player videos. Is that you? Or some the other guy they're talking about? No, not you? Did they expose you? What's going on? I should go.
Nah, he's fine, man.
Yeah, we were trying to fucking leave, but then like popped into the bumps
Look
of
at
this
him.
person. I don't think
He walks
Do you enjoy it?
Oh, it was him. He said, yep. It was him.
Yeah.
Where you going? Come back. Why you hiding?
Oh, that's a nice
Why you
little
hiding?
situation.
He's saying, yeah, go.
I don't want to be on you.
Someone recognized him. Said the guy.
Someone recognises you on his chat.
Said, where's Krusty from the Brendan?
This message is Brendan Kavanagh.
Yeah, he plays the piano. He goes to all these Bloods and Pancras and plays that.
Oh,
Amazing.
They think you're the
They're a
piano
fan
player
of
that
you.
goes to the different...
Why are you scared?
And he's hiding now.
He's got all his fucking gear going.
No, he
All
don't.
right. That is really, really funny that he got exposed like that. And it shows you that he seriously regrets like messing with Dr. K. And it just shows you that there are real consequences for your actions. You know, he went to Dr. K acting like the big shot, really just harassing him and just being a prick, to be honest with you. And now, even like a year and a half later, he's still being recognized as Krusty, which I want to take credit for that nickname, by the way. I was the one who gave him the nickname Krusty. So that is really, really funny, and he's hiding away. But what I want to know is, what on earth is Krusty doing with a bunch of what appears to be British patriots, nationalists? I don't know. I don't know these guys, so I don't know. But, you know, they've got all of the St. George's flag. I assume that they'd just been at that protest that day with Tommy Robinson. What is Krusty doing with these guys? Has he infiltrated them now? I think these guys need to be careful, because this Krusty guy, like I said, he's an agitator, and he just goes in and films things, tries to piss people off to get a reaction. And I don't know what he does with that footage that he uses, but it is something a bit weird with this guy. So what is he doing with these?
Nothing like Brendan Kavanagh, though.
Why is he scared?
Your phone's on battery, Sarah.
And how's your day been, sir?
Yeah, all good, man. All good. Been a brilliant day. Had a happy day today. Everyone's been friendly with each other, man.
I should go. He doesn't want to get on camera.
They still like that now our burgers. I agree with that.
I should go because he doesn't want to be on camera.
Nice meeting you, bro.
And you, bud.
God bless you.
All the best.
See you, bro.
Nice to see you.
See you.
Great show.
Thank you. Bye-bye. How did... What? 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 This guy's crazy. How old you are? You... I'm impressed with chat.
Krusty.
Ask him. He was hiding.
He was hiding.
That's good. I didn't want to anger him, so I left.
He said he doesn't want to anger him.
Who's Krusty? I don't care. I recognize him. He often attends protests and he's an antagonist. Oh, so that's why he was shy.
So someone in the chat said he often attends political events and is an antagonist.
Go away. Oh. I'm not gonna lie, I think I recognized him years ago too, but I wasn't sure. It's like the PlayStation police, you know. Sometimes their eyes, you can a little bit.
Sorry?
Someone says they may know you. This guy is Krusty from the piano player videos. Is that you or the other guy they're talking about?
Not afraid of anything.
Krusty! No, not you. Did they expose you?
Not afraid of anything.
Krusty! What's going on? I should go.
Not afraid of anything.
Krusty!
Nah, you're fine, man. Yeah, we were trying to fucking leave, but then like bumped into this person.
Not afraid of anything.
Krusty!
I don't think I'm ever going to get home. Oh, do you enjoy it?
Oh, it was him.
Not afraid of anything. Apart from being called out as being the guy who annoyed Brendan Kavanagh.
You're a weak human being, Krusty. Yes, you are. You're too afraid. You support the CCP. You love the CCP. You have got your head up the CCP's ass. And yes, take him away, please.
I'll do my Krusty laugh. Oh my God, Krusty! Wow, what a guy! Ooh, you gotta love that Krusty guy, right? Yeah. Anyway, not exactly breaking news there, but I just thought it was hilarious to see Krusty squirming on the camera there. Okay, let's look at what else we've got today. We've got something quite amusing for you. Okay, so we have this person here on X posting. Their name is Nerjar. That is that not that stupid cartoon? That cartoon from China, Nerjar. I don't know. It sounds familiar. Anyway, we've got this Nerjar person posting on X saying China's World War II V-Day parade. And they've got a comparison between China's parade and the US parade. This US parade was for their 250th anniversary, I think. That's what it says. Anyway, it could be wrong because it's just some chump's post on X, but it's a comparison between China's recent parade and a recent parade in the US. They're acting like this is some kind of flex. They're acting like this is something that we should really care about. Let's have a look.
Shaping the Army's identity and function across the force, soldiers were issued 2 coats, one abroad and then deployed again in World War II, ultimately liberating the Dachau. Known for their ability to rapidly deploy across the world, the unit is the 101st Airborne Division based out of Fort Campbell, Kentucky. The unit is wearing replica Vietnam.
So apparently like a well choreographed bunch of soldiers marching is better than just some soldiers walking, which is kind of a bit of a weird thing to say, really, isn't it? Considering you have one military that's about 50 million times more powerful than China's. So what kind of a flex is this? What are they even talking about? Who gives a shit about a military parade unless you're a stupid ass dictator? Seriously, who gives a fuck about a military parade? Are we supposed to be impressed? So I think it's funny that they're making fun of the US soldiers, but I think at least in the US they provided their soldiers with sunscreen and sun cream, and just some of this is just really funny. So the soldiers at the parade got sunburn, and where they were wearing their chin strap for their helmets and other places, it has like this weird tan line. It looks like they've got like this white beard going on there. Have a look. I mean, I'd say that's a bit more embarrassing than the US military parade. Even though the US military parade wasn't embarrassing, it was just them walking, marching down the road. Dictators love their military parades, don't they? They show off all of this fake shit that they don't actually have. But yeah, look at this. Hold on, is he going to turn around so we can get a good glimpse? Like, his tan lines are ridiculous. Come on, give us a smile. Yep, check this guy. Oh well. Yeah. So, you know, China flexing that they're better than the USA because they had a, oops, didn't mean to get to that part just yet, because they have a well choreographed military parade is nothing. It's just them trying to show off, trying to show to the world that they're well organized. And if only they could get that well organized with the things that are important, you know, like maybe get some drinkable water for the whole country, you know, drink out of the taps. That might be something worth doing. Or, you know, maybe just sorting out just the way things run in China, because it is a bit of a joke, to be honest with you. When you live there, you can see that it's absolute chaos. But no, military parade, soldiers marching in unison, that's important because they're trying to show to the world that they're strong. But to me, that is more of a sign of weakness, that you actually have to do that. Anyway, these tan lines could have been easily solved because they could have given their soldiers something really important. They could have given their soldiers a face kini, which is a very common sight around China, especially if you go to the beaches. I remember when I saw this for the first time, I was like, the hell is going on? Why are they dressed up like Power Rangers? It was insane. But yeah, this is called a face kini, and a lot of women, or even some men, when they go to the beach in China, they'll actually put this on their face. And they just look like some crazy ass ninjas from some 80s movie, don't they? That's my favorite one right there. Oops, didn't mean to play that just yet. Oh man, sorry, I took it back too far. Anyway, we can look at the lovely sunburn again. So yeah, it's a face kini, and it looks ridiculous. I remember seeing this and I was like, this can't be real. And then I saw more than one person wearing one, and I was like, it is real. What is going on? But anyway, I think that they could have solved it, the sunburn from the soldiers, by giving every soldier one of these to wear. But I think that the reason the soldiers did get sunburn is because they didn't have a face kini. And I think that Xi Jinping himself wore a face kini to stop the sunburn. And I've actually got evidence of this. So let's have a look.
同志们好，同志们辛苦了。
I got to see that again. Sorry, I need to watch that again because it is quite funny.
同志们好，同志们辛苦了。
Oh dear. Yeah. Why is my phone just going like crazy? I can just hear it ringing. I forgot to put it on silent. Never mind. I will have to carry on with the stream and I can check that afterwards. So anyway, just a few more random clips now from China before we end the stream. So let me see. We have this wonderful clip. And this comes from China's lost generation of the elderly ladies and the old dudes of China who lived under Mao Zedong's Cultural Revolution, Great Leap Forward. They come from that time where it's survival of the fittest, and you have to take everything. If something is up for grabs and it's for free, you can take it. You can take it because you need it. And for some reason, it's kind of like still happening today in China. And if something is up for grabs and they can take it, they will take it, even though they really don't have any purpose for this. They don't even need it, but they're still just taking anything because they can. And have a look at this. He just steals this doormat. But I'm nicking it, I am. Off she goes. And here they are in the supermarket. There's obviously some free noodles. They're literally just grabbing them with their hands. Look at that. It's like a buffet. Grab. They don't even know what it is probably. They need it. It kind of shows you, I guess, like how desperate things might be in China, where they're having to take droves and droves of this stuff because they need it, because perhaps they might not be able to afford it because the economy is so Here we have an example. This is a really, really funny one. You know, like, you always see the propaganda from China saying the streets of the UK aren't safe. People will just snatch your phone, they'll take it, and you know, you won't have your phone anymore, and you better be careful in the UK. And that is true for any country you go to. You know, you have to be street smart. You don't just hold your phone in a dodgy looking area and be like, hey, look, it's up for grabs, guys, come and take it, you know. And it's even true in China as well. Check this clip out. So he wants to have a look at his phone. There it is. Here you are. Very cool. What's he gonna do? Yeah, China, right? The safest place in the world where people don't steal phones. Here we have it. Okay, this clip is very interesting. You've got one of these drone shows going on, and you can see it's a picture. I believe that's like a Russian building, perhaps. Is it? Like, it's not the Kremlin, is it? I don't know. Anyway, the writing below it says Zhong Youyi, which means China and Russian friendship. So look at what happened. The guy's saying a protest Go to hell, Russia. Go to hell, Russia. Invader. Who organized it? I protest. What Russia-China friendship? They are an invader. And the police come along. So in China, in this dystopian world where they have these drones, something like it's out of Blade Runner, but you can't say China and Russia are not friends. That is stupid. This is dystopia. This is the very definition of dystopia. Look at it. And look at that. They got RT, Russia Today logo up in the sky. Jesus Christ, guys. Is this China? Is this what's going on? Man, I'm so glad that I don't live there anymore, you know, when I see stuff like this. Please don't be copywritten music there. I'm gonna have to keep pausing it. But look at the police getting in there. Okay. The next clip, and again, this is another dystopian clip. You've got a kindergarten somewhere in bumfuck nowhere, China. I don't know where the hell it is. But look, the kids are dressed up as soldiers with big guns. That is just really dystopian nonsense, isn't it? I guess it's probably to fend off the knife attacks that you see all the time in these kindergartens, don't you? You see it all the time, or especially if you like go looking on Twitter, X, or whatever. You'll see like almost one of these knife attacks happening every single week in China outside a kindergarten. It's one of these revenge against society attacks. So maybe these kids have the guns here because, hey, a gun's gonna beat a knife in any situation, right? So, I mean, I'm just being facetious here, but that is crazy. That is just ridiculous. Like, why is this something to be proud of? And why are kids this age doing some kind of serious military training? Ridiculous. And I believe this is the last clip that I have. So on September the 12th in Hubei province, Xiantao city, the parents of 6th grade students at the experimental primary school, experimental? Why do they call it an experimental primary school? Collectively took an oath, strive to be good parents of the new era. And again, this is just more dystopian crap, isn't it? Find your own problems through your child's problems. I want to, through my child's problems, find my own problems through my child's problem. Continuous reflection. The way they're repeating, it sounds like the Borg from Star Trek or some weird cult, some weird satanic cult, you know, like, I love Satan, Satan will kill you. I need to handle my relationship with my partner. What does that mean? Why is a school telling the parents to do this and to chant this? Imagine your school started interfering with your life like this here in the UK or wherever you are in the world. You would be pissed off. You would tell them to go do one. But in China, no. Ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. So those are some of the silly clips that we see coming out of China at the moment. So anyway, guys, that is all I've got for today's live stream. I hope you enjoyed it. It was a very fun one for me to put together, especially that part, this part, where was it? With the sunburned soldiers, not the Krusty part. This part with Xi Jinping. Yeah, this is the fun part. This was the fun edit for me. I'm going to do more edits like this in the future, I think.
同志们好，同志们辛苦了。
Yeah, fail. The brainwashing chant. Do you mean what? The CCP guys? Where was that in the stream again? It was around near the start, wasn't it? You mean this thing here?
为共产主义奋斗终生，
为共产主义奋斗终生，
随时准备为党和人民牺牲一切，
随时准备为党和人民牺牲一切，
永不叛党，
永不叛党。
宣誓人立德。
Yeah, that was weird at the end, wasn't it? What were they even saying there at the end? Let's see that again. That was a bit of a weird one. Just...
宣誓人立德。宣誓人立德。
They're all saying something different. Yeah, what are they saying there? That's weird, isn't it? It's like they're talking in tongues or something. Like, what is going on? Anyway, so yeah, guys, that is it for today's stream. I hope you enjoyed it. It was fun. We talked about the espionage. We talked about the ridiculous CCP. We even had Krusty in here. I mean, what a great stream it was, right? I'm just really glad that you guys are here to join me. Now I'm going to have a look at the chat and see what is going on. Let me make myself bigger. Hey, guys, how's it going? So, yeah, thanks for joining me. I'm going to check out some of this. Let me see. Yay, Krusty. You got to love Krusty, right? Everybody is repeating their name. Is that what they were doing? Okay, that makes sense then. Yeah. I mean, I'm sorry, but like, imagine having to do that, like pledge allegiance to the political party and say that, what was the word in again? Like, let me get that on the screen. No, we don't want Krusty, do we? Yeah, and work hard. So it is my will to join the Communist Party of China, uphold the party's program. That's fine. Observe the provisions of the party constitution. Fair enough. If you join in the party, you're probably going to have to do that. Fulfill a party member's duties. Carry out the party's decisions. Strictly observe party discipline. Guard party secrets. Be loyal to the party. I mean, I guess fair enough. Work hard. Fight for communism throughout my life. Even though they're not really communists, are they? It's more like a dictatorship. Be ready at all times. This is the bit that got me. Be ready at all times to sacrifice my all for the party and the people, and never betray the party. You know, when we see this and we know that they're going to never betray the party and be ready at all times to sacrifice and give their all for the party and the people, this is the time where we need to think, should we be letting them into the UK? Seriously. Like, should we be letting them around secret documents, and should we be introducing them to people who could easily be corrupted? I think this is the time where we need to start thinking seriously about this. Really. It's just terrifying. This is terrifying stuff. Okay. So anyway, let's see. Taiwan new representative office in London. Have I been there? No, I have not. I know someone who works there, though. So maybe I might be getting an invite to go there soon. So I might actually go inside and film. That would be cool. Okay, let's see. Yep, it's very scary indeed. Believe me, it was actually scary for me. Yeah, it's very strange, guys, isn't it? And like I said, should we be letting these people into our institutions? Even in universities, you know, we have some CCP member students, their families are member of the CCP. I don't know if these are the sort of people that we really want coming in, to be perfectly honest with you guys. Okay? It's rather scary. And them having an influence is just even more scary. So even scarier. Anyway. All right, guys. Well, we don't have a lot of people watching today. This is just a normal thing for this stream at the moment. Hopefully, we'll get more and more people because I think it's quite interesting stuff that we're here talking about. I'd just like to say thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed it. And please do me a favor, give the stream a like and maybe post a comment in there. But yeah, thank you so much for joining Crossing China's Red Line. And I will see all of you guys next week. Bye for now and take care.